One of the comments that have come into us is from William. He says, with SFA dragging their heels over Clarke's future, I think he's done everything he can possibly do with the players. It's disposable and he should go. Scotland will be lucky to win one game at the World Cup. I can't see them beating Morocco or Brazil, as their players playing at top teams in Europe and elsewhere. That leaves Haiti, but I only hope that they prove me wrong and qualify. Regardless of predictions of the World Cup, guys, Steve Clarke's future, I mean, I think it's all a bit mad. Like, if he wants to stay, give him a new contract. I mean, what more can he do? 3 out of 4 tournaments. And people say, his style of football isn't great. I mean, look at the Denmark game. He scored 3 goals that could easily be considered 3 of the greatest goals in Scottish football history. So, I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Ian Maxwell said 2 months ago that they wanted this sorted out before the World Cup. So you've got to hold him to his word. I mean, I know Clarke came out last week and made it sound like they've not spoken about it. But Maxwell was very clear in January saying they wanted this, expects this to be sorted before the World Cup. So we've got to take him at his word. I wonder, Clarke said he was 50-50 on it. Still doesn't completely convince me that he's keen to stay on. Has he got an eye on returning to club management? Couldn't blame him. It's been a 7-year stint in international football is incredible. Hats off to him for that. And then to produce 3 qualifications, if he can make history by getting us through this group and become the first Scotland team to reach the latter stages of our major finals, what a way to bow out. I mean, he's already reached legendary status in my mind. That would just cement it for him. On the flip side of that, as a Scotland fan, I hope he stays, because I just like winning games and qualifying for tournaments. I don't care if it's a pragmatic approach. Look at the scenes at the end of that Denmark game. Remember the Spain game at Hampden. There's been so many brilliant moments under Steve Clarke. Selfishly, I want him to stay on the Scotland manager and continue this streak of qualifying for major tournaments, because with 20-odd years of getting nowhere near them.
Aye, absolutely. Aye. Mick, what's your thoughts?
I agree with SNP Goon Platoon. Check my eyesight here. I agree with this one. I think Stevie was, to use the phrase, I think he was at it last week. I think, listen, speaking to Ian Maxwell over the years, the impression I get from Maxie is that Steve Clarke's got a job for life if he wants it. The job he's done with Scotland has been so remarkable that if he wants to stay Scotland manager for as long as he wants, it's his. Obviously, there's other aspects, there's financial things, and you name it, right? I don't think Ian Maxwell was concerned about the whole offer of contract, because it's going to be down to Steve. He wants a new contract, he'll get a new contract, no matter what happens in the World Cup, and rightly so. He's got us to 3 major finals in front of the World Cup. Job done. If he gets through the group stages, it'll be start you time for Sir Steve. So I think the whole Scotland contract thing is a bit of a red herring. I think Stephen is sitting down with his "come and get me" t-shirt. Let me see. Let's float the idea that I might stay with Scotland, because I think in the past it was like, I'm going to do this and I'm 75, 25, I'm off into the sunset. But maybe the phone hasn't rang as much as he thought at this point in time. I think Stevie's sitting going like, just want to see my options here. If anyone's interested, maybe over there near Hampden, that's looking for a manager in the summer, we'll have a chat and we'll talk about it. I think Steve has been cute. I'm not saying he would walk away from Scotland or he's desperate for that job. I think he would be, to be honest with you. I'm saying that. That's my opinion. But I think Steve is sitting wearing the "come and get me" t-shirt at that point, and waiting and trying to smoke out some clubs that may be interested in a manager for next season, and you see what happens. If it doesn't get any offers that he fancies, he might want to stay. Or he does well at the World Cup, you might think, you know what, what is he, 62? It's not old in managerial terms. Celtic have got a 74-year-old in charge, so he's a mere pup just now. But I just think he's waiting to keep his options open. I think it's probably the phrase more than "come and get me," but it's not far off it.
Do you think he'd be swayed by Celtic, Fraser?
He'll have earned it. I think the whole club. I think it'll be a challenge like he's never had before. He's managed in the Premier League and done very well there with West Brom. Managed Reading, did fantastically with Kilmarnock. Remember, over a calendar year, so not a season, but over a calendar year at Kilmarnock, he actually had the best points tally in the Premiership.
I think you're right about that. I remember that.
At the end of the day, but it's a fair, impressive stat. So he was incredible at Kelly, and he's done fantastic for Scotland. He is a good manager. but he's never had that shot at European football at crack and maybe getting into the Champions League. I do think, sometimes you just can't picture certain managers and certain jobs. I actually can't picture him in the Celtic job. But I think he's earned that type of job and he should be in the conversation.
Jock in the comments says, if Scotland don't keep Clarke, they're idiots. And Alan Farlow says, are you people on drugs? Steve Clarke will be knighted when we win the World Cup and then